The air inside Crimson Lights was thick with tension, the kind of tension that seemed to seep through the pores of the people who lived in Genoa City. Conversation stopped, heads tilted, and eyes locked as Sally Spectra shoved back her chair so suddenly it screeched across the floor. Her face was flushed, not with embarrassment, but with the unmistakable heat of betrayal. Billy Abbott, standing across from her with his hands shoved deep in his pockets, carried a smile that was far too calm for the moment. It was the kind of smile Sally had learned to despise, the one that said he was 2 steps ahead, that he had calculated her every move. "Don't do this here," Billy murmured, his voice a low rasp. But Sally was already beyond caring who watched. "Do what? Finally see you for who you are? You've been spiraling, Billy, dragging me into that darkness with you. I won't be your audience anymore." Gasps fluttered through the cafe, like whispers on the wind. A barista froze mid-pour. Sharon looked up from behind the counter, worry etched on her face. The Abbotts were known for drama, but this was different. This was raw. Billy took a step forward, his eyes narrowing. "You knew what you were signing up for. You wanted the fire, Sally, and fire burns. And fire destroys," she shot back, her voice trembling but unrelenting. "I wanted passion, not manipulation. You don't just flirt with chaos, you are chaos." The weight of her words settled heavy, even on Billy. For a moment, the swagger faltered. But only for a moment. Then, with a mocking tilt of his head, he replied, "If you can't handle me at my worst, maybe you never deserved my best." That was it. That was the line that tipped her from anger to finality. Sally grabbed her purse, slung it over her shoulder, and without another word, walked out the door into the crisp Genoa City afternoon. Adam steps in. Unbeknownst to Sally, someone had been watching from across the patio. The one man whose heart she had both broken and softened. Adam Newman had been nursing his coffee, trying to stay invisible. But when Sally stormed out, shoulders stiff, eyes bright with tears she refused to shed, he felt something snap deep inside him. He caught up with her on the sidewalk. "Sally." She stopped spinning around. "Not now, Adam." He didn't back off. "I heard enough. What the hell did Abbott say to you this time?" Her laugh was brittle. "Why do you care? You made it clear months ago that whatever we had was over." His jaw tightened. "That doesn't mean I don't care. I'll always care." Sally wanted to argue, to tell him he had forfeited the right to step in. But the truth was that his concern, however complicated, cracked through her armor. "He's dark, Adam. Darker than I realized. And I let myself believe I could handle it. But I can't. Not anymore." Adam's eyes darkened too, but in a different way, more protective than destructive. "Then he doesn't get to treat you like that. Not him. Not anyone." She shook her head. "Don't, Adam. This isn't your fight." "The hell it isn't," he growled. Confrontation brewing. Later that evening, Billy found himself back at Society, drinking alone. His bravado was thinning with each glass of scotch, the weight of Sally's words echoing louder than the clink of ice in his glass. That's when Adam walked in. The room seemed to shift. Billy's eyes narrowed, already anticipating a fight. "Newman. Here to gloat." Adam strode over, his presence commanding. "No. I'm here to warn you." Billy chuckled bitterly. "Warn me? About what?" "Losing Sally. Too late for that." She made her choice. Adam leaned in, his voice low but lethal. "She walked out because you pushed her to the edge. She's not your pawn, Billy. You hurt her again, you'll answer to me." The smirk vanished from Billy's face. "Since when do you get to play her savior? You're the one who shattered her in the first place." Adam flinched but didn't back down. "And I'll regret that for the rest of my life. But don't think for 1 second that gives you license to break her more than I already have." The two men locked eyes, tension sparking between them like exposed wires. Conversations around the restaurant quieted. Even Abby, from behind the bar, kept a wary eye on the growing storm. Billy sneered. "Careful, Adam. You don't want to start a war you can't finish." Adam's lips curved into something sharp. "You underestimate just how far I'll go when it comes to Sally." Sally's dilemma. While the men postured, Sally retreated to her apartment, pacing like a caged animal. She hated the part of herself that still longed for Billy's chaos, just as she hated the part that still melted when Adam looked at her like she mattered. Her phone buzzed, 2 missed calls from Billy, 1 text from Adam. "I've got your back. Always." The contrast was stark. One man trying to reel her back into the storm, the other trying to shield her, despite their history. She sank onto the couch, burying her face in her hands. Why is it always them? Why can't it ever just be me? But even as she whispered the question, she knew the answer. Life in Genoa City was never just about survival. It was about the people you chose, and the people who chose you back. The rage unleashed. The following morning, Adam found Sally at Newman Media, reviewing sketches for a project. She looked determined, but the fatigue in her eyes betrayed her. "You don't have to put on the mask," Adam said softly. She looked up, startled, then sighed. "Adam, let me finish," he cut in. "I know I lost the right to be the one you lean on. But I swear to you, I won't let Billy drag you down again. I saw the way you walked out. I've never seen you that broken. And it enraged me." For a moment, silence stretched between them. Sally's throat tightened. "You can't keep fighting my battles. That's not love, it's control." Adam stepped closer, his voice rough with sincerity. "It's not about control. It's about respect. And making damn sure that no one, especially Billy Abbott, ever gets to dim your light." Her chest constricted. Part of her wanted to believe him. Another part knew Adam's rage was a double-edged sword, protective now, destructive later. "Don't make promises you can't keep," she whispered. His eyes softened, just a fraction. "This one I can keep." A dangerous triangle. Word of the confrontation at society spread quickly, because in Genoa City, nothing ever stayed quiet for long. By midday, the town was buzzing. Adam versus Billy, Sally at the center, and a war looming on the horizon. Nick overheard talk at Newman Enterprises and muttered under his breath, "Here we go again." Chelsea, too, caught wind and felt the tremor of old fears. "Adam in protective mode is one thing," she told Chloe. "Adam in rage mode? That's another beast entirely." As for Sally, she knew she had a choice to make, but neither option promised peace. Walk away from both men and reclaim her independence? Or risk her heart again with the one who burned brightest, even if his fire threatened to consume them both? The cliffhanger. That night, a storm rolled through Genoa City, thunder rattling the windows of Sally's apartment. She stood at the glass, staring into the rain, when a knock echoed at her door. Her heart thudded. She already knew who it was before she opened it. Billy. And yet, just as his shadow filled the threshold, headlights flared in the street below. Adam's car. 2 men, 1 woman, and a storm raging outside. Inside, the choice that could shift the future of all 3. Sally took a deep breath. The battle lines had been drawn.